Hello everyone, it's me, Nancy Finch, doing Tea with Nan. Hello everyone, I hope you're here. I hope you can pop on and have a listen today. It's Monday, my favourite day, and I hope you've got a nice cup of tea or coffee or whatever you have, or even herbal teas. This cup is Strong Women Need Strong Drinks. Yes, we do. Yeah, so it's a nice big cup today to keep me warm and cosy as it's raining, and I love the rain too. I love Mondays and I love the rain. The rain is so cleansing, isn't it? So if you've had a really busy weekend, hopefully you have a little bit of time today just to have half an hour or 20 minutes with me as we talk about what we're going to talk about. So if someone's on here, just say hi, because we've had some sort of technical problems on here today, so I'm not sure if you're even actually receiving this. So if you are, please say hi, then I know that you can hear me, etc. Okay, in the meantime, if you're also busy and no one's on here yet, I will just carry on talking as I do. Today is all about measuring up. It's how we feel about ourselves, how we measure ourselves. I mean, a lot of us do it. We get taught to do it as well. Our parents, teachers, and other people. We do it by comparison, don't we? So we are definitely measuring ourselves from a very young age, if you think about it. From a child, you're comparing yourself to other people. You're seeing how you measure up. Someone's on here already. Say hi, whoever that is, and I shall send you a Monday virtual hug. It's nice. It's good to have a virtual hug on a Monday. So, yes, so basically, how do we measure up and why do we do it? We do this because we want to improve ourselves, don't we? We want to be successful, and that carries on when you get older and as you grow. You're carrying on, basically you're measuring yourself against yourself as well. How did I do that job? Did I do it better yesterday? Do I do it, what more do I have to do? It's a lot of pressure we put on ourselves, don't you think? And okay, it's good to achieve. It's very good to have that motivation to move you forward. But if you have too much of that, that is really bad for your heart chakra, okay? It's a little bit too much pressure. So what we need to do is basically take the pressure off, which is what we need to do. Okay, what do we do it? I mean, we want more money. We try harder in that area, in our work area. We try harder in our career. We want more success. So we need to pull it back a little bit, and we need to realise that how we measure ourselves isn't always good for us. I mean, we have to take the pressure off and relax just a little bit. Hi, Andy. Can you hear me all right? Because it's just very strange on here today. Yeah, I hope you're okay. Yeah, nice to see you. Thanks for the heart. I'm just talking about how we measure up and how we do this. We put a lot of pressure on ourselves to do it. And we do it because we want to obviously increase our lives with happiness and success, and that's what we're doing. Hi Moya, it's nice to see you. What a lovely name. But why I want to talk about this today, hi Faye, nice to see you. Good, well done Andy, thank you. Yeah, why I want to talk about this is because we really need to stop now and again and measure. Oh, thank you Faye. We need to stop and measure what makes us happy and what doesn't make us happy. And a long time ago, I made this up. It was like I wanted people to measure their day, their situations, everything they're in, everything they call into their lives with a kind of a measurement of 1 to 10. Okay. Hi, Vicky. So what we do is like, imagine happiness being 10. Okay. And unhappy is 1. Okay. Well, oh, thanks for the hearts, guys. That's nice. Hi, Julie. So imagine that you're working in a job you're not really sure you like or not. You're just there. Okay. Hi, Susan. Oh, thank you, darling, and Sunny. So here's 10 being really happy. Here's 1 being very unhappy. Okay. And so you have to measure that. And when you stop to think about what number you are in that situation or that relationship or that job or whatever, you're actually stopping and being mindful, and you're realizing, you think, okay, I might be measuring 4 if I didn't like my job, or 2 if it was a really bad day, or I might be over 5. Anything over 5 on a consistent level is good for you, okay? Anything under 5 is really bad for you, okay? It compromises you. And a lot of people have been doing this for a long time. We all do it. We all get into a place where we think, well, okay, I have to do this job, or I have to be with this person, or I have to stay with those friends, or this house, or wherever wherever you're sort of placing your energy, it can apply to anything in your life. You can use this gauge to see how it measures up, okay? So if you were to do it for, say, a week or so, and every day measure in your mind, just think, what number was that today? How happy was I in that today? And if you sort of think about that for a whole week and it's under 5, you need to get away from that situation. You really do. And it happened to me when I was working at a very nice place, but the situation was very hard on me and very difficult for me to do my job. So I thought, although I love what I do, I wasn't happy about the situation and how it was making me feel. The compromise was too much. So I measured it every day. At the end of the day, how happy was I? And I realised I was 4s and 3s over a period of time. And that was really not good. So that's what made me decide to leave. And when I made that change, I suddenly became more myself. I'd valued myself more because I made that change. I had to recognise it first before I could change it. Hi Karen, nice to see you. So I'm encouraging you all to think about that scale 1 to 10. How happy are you? Okay, and it's great if you're over 5s. And I know we get days where it all fluctuates in different situations, but if you could be just aware of what that feels like every day, then you've got an opportunity to change it. But if you don't know it's there, then how are you going to change it? You'll just plod along year after year in the same situation and wonder why you don't feel good, because in some ways that will affect your body's energies. You see, every thought and feeling affects these energies. So we don't want that, and evidence would be some inflammation. Okay, so think about that. I mean, it might be a sore throat you get and you think, oh, why have I always got a sore throat? Well, this one's shut. That means this chakra here needs stimulating with some happiness and joy. And so there's lots of different sort of ways that you can be aware. Physically, there's something wrong. Okay, just measure it. Measure what you're not happy with or what you think you're happy with and you're not. So what needs to change? What needs to change in your life? That's the thing. I remember seeing a lady, I was shopping, local store, and I saw her, one of my clients, and she said, I'm really unhappy in this job, really unhappy in my whole situation. I haven't got enough money. It's all because I'm not feeling valued, etc. So I gave her this exercise to measure. And we did this in the middle of the store, actually. It was really funny. So I told her, measure it. Think about it right now. How many, what number are you? And you thought, just go back over the last week. So she went back over the last week and she said, well, really? 2s, 3s, 1? She said it was horrible. I really hate being there. So I said, okay, now you want to be over 5, right? And you've got to be there for a while. But I want to plant that seed in you now for you to think about what would make you happy. Okay? So she went back and she saw me a couple of years later, actually, same shop. And she said, you never guess what? On that day that you saw me, I went back and I thought, what would make me happy? What would bring me 5 upwards? What would bring me to a 10 place? And she realised that she wanted to go back to an online course to study a new career. That's something she'd always wanted to do. And she said she went through it. She sailed through it. She said she loved it. And all the way through, there was hope and excitement for a job that would bring her happiness. So so then her numbers were all over 5. They were all getting up to sort of 7, 8, 9s, 10s. And she's been that way ever since. And I can honestly say the same about myself. I will never work under 5, ever. I get out straight away from any situation because it isn't good for your body and it doesn't serve any purpose because you're only literally treading water until something has to change before you do get out. So it's good to be aware of those things and to measure it. Because I know some people have said to me, yes, but what happens if I can't get away from that person, that situation, that family commitment, that work situation, whatever it is that's bringing them under 5, okay? They can get away from it. It isn't easy. Oh, I need change. My job is so. Oh, we need to talk. Yes, you can measure this. Once you measure it, I know you've got the identification of it and maybe the frustration. Hi, Nikki, of thinking, well, how do I do that? But we need to recognise it as needing to change in the first place, and then we can put some tools in there to make it so. So how can we do that? Well, we can look at some of my talks. Remove the nail's a good one. That's number 20. That's in the red section. And what that does is it will motivate you. It will give you some action. Like she went back and looked up some courses that she wanted to go on. I had to get out of my comfort zone. Hi, Nikki. And I had to make plans to be not compromised, to have my job working as I wanted it to be. Hi, Susan. So how was I going to make that happen? I just had to be brave enough, and I had to invent some tools at the time to think, yes, my higher self can do this. I'm just going to plant the seed, keep going forward to what I want, and I know what will make me happy. And if you don't know what will make you happy, you don't want to be in this place where you're unhappy anyway. So it will gradually come to you as you free yourself from the worry, from the stress of being somewhere you don't want to be, or the compromise of that. So you'll gradually find that new ideas will come into your head when you're not so worried and you've got something to look forward to. Your inner child will be joyful at that. Your higher self can do the job. So we've got remove the nail, which is really good, and we've got self-talk, which is good. That's number 34, and that's in the blue section if you go to my website, which I'll give you in a sec. So that's all about looking either in a mirror or talking to yourself. I'm going to talk about that again, about the mirror stuff. But you can talk to yourself like when you're driving, and imagine your inner child is sat beside you, and you could ask your inner child, what number is that, that situation or that job? And basically your inner child will express that through you. So that's something to look at, self-talk, number 34. But it also leads me on to the mirror work, number 27, because you can look in the mirror once you recognize what you don't want and look in the mirror and go, right, you're not working for under 5, you're going to work for 5 and over, and we're going to get there. Okay, so you're inspiring yourself. You're giving yourself motivation just by identifying what needs to change. Okay, that's where the power comes from in that moment. Okay, another one which is really good is 10 Commandments of Self, number 31. And that's what it looks like if you go onto it. It's like a little frame that you create from your higher self to you. You're creating 10 things that you're telling yourself you have and you do. So one of them, it's all about boundaries really as well. But you could say you no longer work for places that you're not happy, or in places that you're not happy. Okay? You could say you only work for 5 and up. You could say you have, you stay valued to yourself. You value yourself. You honor yourself. You could say I no longer compromise my life. Anything that makes you feel motivated. I trust myself to move forward in life. Those kind of things can be put in there. It's about really setting good boundaries with yourself and recognizing what it is that you need to change, which is really good. So where could you use this measurement? You could use it. Most people I've taught this to have used it in their work or their relationships, but you could use it in your friendships. If your friends weren't giving you what you needed and you felt heavily compromised or not valued, not honored, not what you want to feel, so you could use it for your friends. And you could think, okay, how happy am I when I'm with that friend? How does it make me feel? Simply measure it. I know we all get good and bad days, but if you were to measure it and think back perhaps over a few weeks or whenever you've seen them, how do I normally feel? And then perhaps just store that information in there for a minute until you compare it with another measurement being exposed to that situation or that family or that person or whatever. So you're then sort of working on, well, that was 4 yesterday and it's 3 today. I'm not going to waste my time with someone who makes me feel a 3. I'm not going to do it, because what does it do? It breaks down your immune system. It also makes you feel out of control as well. That's bad for your central nervous system, because you're not feeling happy, you're not feeling empowered if you're with that person, if that's what they're measuring. So you can measure your work, your career, how happy. It doesn't matter how long you've done that job. People often think they've got to stay in a job because they've always been there, or it's expected of them, or they've got to pay the bills. There's always a way out of it. Maybe it's not clear when you're in that place, but as soon as you set that intention, I intend to work for over 5s, something changes. I mean, you could go to the 3 V's if you like. I think that's number 3, I think. Yes, number 3 in my talks. And that will give you more value. There's lots of different ways. All my talks do something good to your body anyway, and to your mind, and by the law of attraction, of course. But if you were to go to some of my talks and practice and play with them, you might find that naturally you can go to the mirror and you tell yourself, I'm having a job that brings me five and upwards. Oh, rambling, sorry. So we've got another talk that would be good is Pollyanna. If you find that you're frustrated in a situation of recognizing that you're low numbers, then you could go to Pollyanna. And that's about finding positive. That's number 12, as I said. So finding 5 positive things from the situation you're in right now. And that will give you inspiration, petrol in the tank, if you like, to get forward, to move forward, so you can inspire yourself to the place of where you want to be. Okay, it's all right to recognize what you don't want. It's okay, as long as you are not brought down by it. So the Pollyanna will change that. It will give you a feeling of value as to why you've ordered that into your life at the moment. So, and that's all very good for you. It helps to open this one, by the way. Very good. Oh, that's nice. Oh, thank you, John, my lovely cousin, and his friends. Hello, Mike and Sam. Nice. Okay, it's nice that we've got some fellas watching this, because they tend to judge themselves quite hard as well, don't they? I mean, there's a lot of competition out there in the world, and people tend to sort of value themselves only by what they achieve. So it's really good if you can just hold on to that thought. Am I achieving happiness? You can achieve money and all the rest of it, but is it really going to be worth it? No, because it's going to hurt you some way. It's going to hurt you in a child. It's going to stagnate you. It's going to make you less, and it's going to hurt that body's energy. And by the law of attraction, you're going to attract more of it into your life. So it's very, very, very important that we stay focused on being happy wherever we are. Now, that is possible. People get used to not being happy, and they get so used to it that they don't expect any difference. They don't think it's going to be easy. Well, as I say, the talks I give you, they are definitely going to empower you in some way and help you. And if you don't know how you're going to change your life, go to Sorted Sunshine. Sorted Sunshine is really good. That's number 2. Hi, Jean. Nice to see you. So number 2 is all about giving it up. So you're recognizing what you want. So perhaps your inner child says, or you feel that your measurement is low in some area. Recognize it, give it up to your higher self and bring it together. And that's where you back off from thinking too much and trusting your higher self to achieve it. And your higher self's amazing. Your higher self will get you where you want to go. But as I say, you have to recognize what needs to change first. Otherwise, you just plod along. And I've done that for many years, believe me, I do know. So it could be the house you live in, it could be anything. Most people, as I say, it's relationships that they want to change, or if it's their job, or it's their money situation. And if you think about that, just go to the talks and pick out one of them that can help. It might be that in this little 10 Commandments of Self, I change it every year. It might be you now earn loads of money, or you are financially secure. That's going to set into your subconscious, you see. Susan, the law of attraction. Susan wants to know about the law of attraction. I actually do workshops in this as well. Basically, it's what you're thinking and feeling. You're attracting more of that. It's because every thought carries energy, you see, and thoughts become things. So what we need to do is make sure that those thoughts stay positive, not negative. Okay? If we're thinking of something we don't want, we're going to experience that. It's going to hurt our bodies. It's going to fix it in our minds. We need to change that. We need to find ways of changing our focus to something positive. Or what we will do, if we actually experience that for more than 17 seconds, it locks into us. And then we attract more of that to ourselves. I always recommend watching The Secret. Actually, that's quite a good beginner. Watch The Secret on Netflix or something. It's really good, the original, because it kind of gives you the basis of what I'm talking about. I do one-to-one sessions and show people how to do this as well. So if you're interested, you can always contact me and I can show you on a personal level how you can make that work for you. But yes, the law of attraction, we need to watch what we're thinking and feeling, because we attract more of it. And then we wonder why. And I've been an expert at doing that all my life. So I talk about that in every single talk I do. But as I say, I can also help you one-to-one. So what else have we got? We've got Remove the Nail, we've got Self-Talk, we've got 10 Commandments of Self, we've got Pollyanna, Mirror Work, and Sorted Sunshine. So you've got quite a few there. You've got 6 really. And you can learn about how you can move yourself forward from a situation that's measuring low numbers, okay? So have a think about that. What is it that you would like to change in your life? You know, if you want to, just go to my website, www.nancyfinch.co.uk, or you can email me, nancyfinch@hotmail.co.uk, and you can message me, talk to me, or you can just enjoy the talks and the meditations, of course. The whole idea is that I empower you. You've got to be empowered to move forward. Otherwise, the energy it takes to move forward and have the courage to move forward, it takes quite a lot, doesn't it? We have to trust ourselves, especially if we've been in a situation for years and years where it's been measuring low numbers. You know, have you noticed how easy it is for us to settle? We settle with lower numbers. I've done it. We've all done it. I like to describe it as it's almost like we sit in an uncomfortable chair, okay? I call it the comfy chair syndrome. But we sit in an uncomfortable chair. It's dysfunctional. It's not serving us. And we've got rips in this chair and it's not doing us any good. And we really need to, or we want to go and sit in a nice, cozy chair. That marshmallow chair over there. And basically, life might just offer you that opportunity, just a glimpse. And you sit in this lovely chair. And then you don't realise, but it feels a bit uncomfortable. Even though it's a lovely, beautiful chair, it feels unfamiliar. We've got to tell ourselves that we deserve the comfortable chair. We deserve to feel good numbers, okay? Hi, Mandy. If we don't recognise that we've only ever had dysfunctional, low energy, low numbers in situations, then we'll just go back to it. Unless we tell ourselves that we deserve to have the comfortable chair, okay? Otherwise, we'll sabotage that comfortable chair, put a hole in it, or we'll go back to the uncomfortable chair because the uncomfortable chair felt familiar. Now, that's the bit we've got to watch, because that's how we attract more of it. We've got to say to ourselves, no, I've always sat in that uncomfortable chair. Metaphorically, you've always had low numbers in that area. And as I say, most of that's relationships, as I'm thinking of right now, where some people have, if they don't tell themselves they deserve that over fives relationship, then they just settle for the under fives, and then they attract more of it. Even if they got rid of that, if they don't tell themselves that they deserve this, then they go around the corner in life and attract another under fives relationship. If you see what I mean. So we need to be telling ourselves that we deserve to be happy. We deserve to be 8s, 9s and 10s, don't we? And this is where you've got to focus. And don't think how. Get your higher self to do it. Or just put that seed in your mind that you can do this. Talk to your inner child in the mirror. Connect to yourself. Measure yourself every day. But without pressure, you're going to measure yourself and think, okay, this isn't really serving me. This is giving me low numbers. I'm changing it. And don't think how, just plant that seed, okay? The pressure and the obligation and the shoulds and aunts, you know, hi Donna, they all kind of weigh you down. And where's that emotional balloon when you're feeling sad or feeling pressured or worried about something? Because quite often you'll be worried if you're feeling low numbers, okay? You won't know how to change it. You'll be feeling crushed. So we need to get that emotional balloon high. Thank you for the hugs, guys. Oh, I like hearing the rain outside, says Susan. I do too. Love it. I love the rain. I was out in the garden yesterday doing loads of stuff in this sort of sunshine. But I'm grateful for all weather actually, but I love the rain. So, as I say, it cleanses you. It sounds good on this roof. So, okay. So just to recap this, measure every day. Take one area of your life and measure it every day to see how happy you are. Don't be afraid of change, okay? The Remove the Nail will help you. That, as I say, go to my website. And obviously all of these talks I give you are good for different areas of the body, okay? Remove the Nail, for instance, will boost this area here of your body, which is the main base chakra. Self-talk will be blue. This is your lovely inner child coming out and naturally bringing that balloon into a higher place. And then we've got 10 Commandments of Self, which I believe is the purple, which is really good for you. But you feel in control when you're doing something, and that's going to help your central nervous system as well. So every action you do, like Sorted Sunshine, that does the yellow, that's the whole spine, that's the whole body feeling a tonic. So you're doing it physically for a physical reason. You're going to do something that's tangible that you can get your head around. Any one of those talks, just pick them out to suit you, okay? But physically you'll feel better. As I say, those chakras open, you feel more in tune with your body. You feel better emotionally. Your inner child might be happier. then also you can create more once you're a team with yourself, okay? Otherwise you're stuck in that place treading water, as I said. Also, by the law of attraction, as I keep going on about, if you're feeling hope, if you're feeling happy, if you're feeling, it might just be one day I can be like what Nancy did, or her client, when she was, decided to change her life, decided to change where she lived, to try, her job. Now she's really happy. She's successful. She's earning more money than she's ever had because she's happy in that. Have you noticed that when you're really happy with something, it naturally becomes success? If it's a relationship or a job, you naturally do it well. I never advertise for anything for my work because I absolutely love my work, all aspects of it. And it always measures high. And if it didn't, as I say, I'd change some aspect of it. But I always honour myself by recognising that. Now and again, what number am I today? So I'm urging you to do it. Have a little play with it. It's good for you physically, emotionally, and the law of attraction, because it makes you feel more of that hope, more of that feeling of possible, enchanted by life again, new opportunities. It's there waiting for you. You've only got to focus on it. I know it's here. I know reality can be quite hard, and we can easily focus on what we don't want. But it's really important that we focus on what we do want. Otherwise, as I say, it doesn't serve anything. It's like praying for something you don't want. So how do you spend your time? Maybe it might be that. It might be how much time you spend for yourself. Well, I don't spend much time here. I'm always working here. Well, that only measures of 3 or 2, doesn't it? So measure your job, your relationships, your friends, your house, the area you live in, situations that you can think about, what you do for others. It might be that you do too much for other people. Or how do you feel about doing that? And how you spend your time. That's a few just to get your teeth into for a bit. Think about how you feel with that. As I say, most people do their job or they do their relationships. They measure that. And even if it was, go back to the relationship thing. If you find you were measuring low numbers, you might be able to change that. You might be able to be so aware of the things that are bringing you into that low place that you can perhaps renegotiate, and perhaps it can be a good thing. Perhaps it can wake up and reunite you in a better way. If you know what's not working for you, then that's the change that you need, okay? That's where you need to go. So I hope you've enjoyed this. If you're watching on YouTube later, please like, subscribe and share. And I don't know what I'm going to be talking about next week. I have no idea. I always think about it the day before or the morning or whatever. It's very relaxed, isn't it? So I hope that you can join me for another Tea with Nan next week. And I don't know where the time goes. It's nearly past already. Please have a lovely day and give yourselves a big hug from me. And recognise what needs to change. Go to the talks. Go to the mirror. Talk to yourself. Find out what it is and measure, okay? Because that is a good thing to do. Without the pressure of yourself, measure what needs to change and focus on that change. That's what I'm asking you to do. Then you can come back to me with all those lovely success stories that I'm sure you're going to have, okay? I can help put energy to that. Right, thank you for all those lovely hugs. Oh, thank you, Julie. Thank you, Susan. And if anyone really wants to know more about the law of attraction, then please, you can also just email me and I can help give you some ideas about where to look for inspiration on that. Or also, I'm running workshops on it as well, so that's good. Nikki, that's lovely. Very positive. Yes, we have to be positive, darling. We have to be, otherwise we're all focused on what we don't want. And that doesn't serve you at all. It's easy to do. I was an expert. Cross it out is another good one, how to cross out worry, and that can automatically bring you in a good place. All my talks are good for that. But if you can just inspire yourself with an idea that you deserve more than under 5, okay? Whatever it is, have value for yourself to bring it to here. You deserve 9s and 10s. You'll be better for yourself, better for each other, better for your world. Everyone benefits, okay? And it's possible. You've just got to put that idea into your mind, okay? Well, that's a namaste moment. I could talk to you all day, I think. Have lots of fun. If you can, bring that emotional balloon up, put the music on, do whatever you can to do that, okay? Make yourself feel happy with what you have, maybe a gratitude list. Bring yourself into a good place. Find the Pollyannas, the positives, if you felt you're in a negative place, then at least you've got some value as to why you're there right now in that situation. And it won't frighten you, it won't scare you, or motivate you to change. Okay? Right, okay, I shall see you next week at 12 o'clock. Please share this with your friends and family. It's good for you in so many ways, okay? And I'm glad I've inspired you. That's my whole aim. Apart from sending you nice hugs, everybody. So take care. Move your balloon up to a high place, whatever it takes to make you happy. Do that, that's important. Okay? Take care, lots of love, everyone. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Give yourself a big hug, everybody, from me. And it's a namaste moment as well. All right? Take care. I'll see you next week. Bye, everyone. Bye.